Every day is a fresh chance to be and to make something awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's make today the best it can be. And you're starting off really well by starting off on your mat. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. What makes us different? We practice every single day live. You see the camera move? We're live. Piper's right here now. We practice every single day live, and you can do it from the privacy of your own home. Every day is different. We have no cuts. We have no editing. It is start to finish, real live yoga. And you're doing it from home. You're doing it your way. I'll show up here for you every day. Come on and show up. Treat yourself to the yoga and the good feelings that you will have. Every day our practices are different. They really are. Every day they're different. Check us out. We do vinyasa flow. We do yin yoga. We do a combination called our Yoga Plus of bar and Pilates and yoga and hand weights. So just check it out. Let me be your little personal trainer that comes to your house every day. All right? So that's what we're going to do. Today's practice is going to be all on the ground for the most part. That doesn't make sense, does it? It's going to be all on the ground, but you have a choice. You have an option to do a couple standing poses if you want to. And if you want to do those standing poses on the ground, I'll show you a way to do that too. Does that make sense? All right, we'll figure this out together. All right, so I added in the balancing today because balancing is just so important. A lot of times our Wednesday practice is all on the ground, but balancing is real important, so let's work on it. Focus today is primarily the shoulders and the upper back and just, your good posture. And what I want you to think about today is this word, the word best. And best is, and think about, add to that for you. What's best for you? You want to do what's best for you. As the bottom of our screen had said, you do what is right for your body. Your body is different than mine. Your body is different from everybody else's. You're unique and special. And you have special needs for your body. Maybe a shoulder doesn't quite move quite right, or maybe you had an injury. Modify the poses to make them work for you. If something hurts, back out of it, don't do it, but do what is most advantageous, the best, for you. All right, I got some props we're going to use today. We usually use these blocks, so have your blocks handy. Buy them, they're not very expensive. With the blocks usually comes a strap. Today I am going to use the strap, and here it is. If you don't have a strap, get a belt or, a dog leash or a jump rope or whatever's lying around. An eye shade or a little hand towel, those are nice too. And don't undersell the eye shade. They're really, really nice for your final Shavasana pose. You cover your eyes to block out the light just like a towel could, but the eye shade is a little bit weighted, and that weight on the eyes is really relaxing and restoring. So maybe think about getting one of those. And some water. Have some water. Let's start. All right. Come on down to seated, right? If you're not already here, come to a seated position. And we're going to start in a Sukhasana pose. As you're getting into Sukhasana, or any way that's comfortable, maybe you want to stay in Thunderbolt or send your legs long, any way that's comfortable for you, think about a stress number. And what is that? A scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Where are you at right now? Scale of 1 to 5, stress. What are you, a 4? Are you pushing that stress envelope? Wherever you are, lock in that number and we're going to come back to it. Okay, Sukhasana. What you can do for this pose, you can bend your knees and you could sit comfortably, crisscross applesauce, right? Or you can take the one foot, the leg that's on top, and bring that foot on up onto the opposite knee. Nestle in here, just note in your mind, how does it feel right now? Probably starting out, it's a little not so comfy, right? As long as you're not in pain, you're good. If it hurts and you're painful, come out of it and sit another way. You could slip your block or a rolled up towel or a half-size block under your top knee. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Breathe in, breathe out, hands on your knees, close your eyes, and just come into this present moment. Try not to think about the past or the future. Just let it all go. Lips are closed. Breathe deeply. Maybe you like to breathe a little bit in through the nose and out through the mouth. Whatever suits you. Just calm down. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. If you're in the Sukhasana pose, you can feel it in the hips. Hips are starting to open up. Just let the knees melt down to the earth. You can keep your eyes closed. I'm going to talk you through a couple little poses here, but you can do them with your eyes closed. And that's kind of nice because it allows you to focus inward on you, what's most advantageous for you. Lift your arms on up to the sky. Think extended mountain arms. Just reach through your arms. Maybe a little bend in your elbows is your modification. Maybe you stretch and lengthen the arms a little bit more, fingers reaching up to the sky. Breathe in, feel your chest lift, and as you breathe out, soften in the shoulders. Soften in the jaws. Don't let your teeth touch. Big breath in, big breath out. Find your little bit of balance here. Now with your eyes closed, maybe if you like that, let your arms float down and bring them kind of behind your back. Kind of a kickstand on your fingertips. And then send your chin up to the sky, lift your chest up to the sky, and take a little seated baby back bend. Couple of breaths. Now release your hands from the ground. Start to hinge forward in your hips and let your arms be long and reach toward the top of your mat. And you're folding forward here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let it all go. Let's do that a few more times. Slowly bring your shoulders back up over your hips. Sweep your arms on up, lengthen through your fingers. Take a moment here, take a nice deep cycle of breath. When you're ready to take an exhale, let your arms float down behind you. Chin goes up to the sky, baby back bend. Exhale, fold forward, arms go forward, reach forward. If you can keep your eyes closed, just try to do that. And just get into the sensations in your body. As you inhale, shoulders come back up over the hips, arms sweep up, extended mountain arms. Nice fluid movements, nice and slow, and nice deep breaths. Exhale, arms come down, kickstand behind you, chin and chest goes up, up, up. Feel this nice stretch in the front of your neck. Exhale, fold forward, reach your arms forward. Inhale, come on back up, shoulders over your hips. All right, keep your eyes closed if you still want to do that. Send your arms up to the sky, extended mountain arms. Now interlace your fingers. Bend your elbows to the sides of the room and take your hands, which are now kind of like a cup, and bring them behind your skull, low skull. Let your elbows open up to the back of the room and kind of push your head into your hands, sending your elbows to the back of the room. And if this isn't really doable, you could bring your fingers lightly to your temples. That's a fine option too. Breathe. And when you're ready, release your arms down by your sides and bring one hand down to the ground. Send the other arm high to the sky. The arm that's lifted high to the sky, let it cross the midline of your body. The other hand that's down on the ground, let that be your leverage here. Bend the elbow to deepen the stretch in that extended arm side, or maybe don't bend the elbow very much at all. Bring your chin away from your chest and that top shoulder, the one that's attached to that extending arm reaching across your body, send it more to the back of the room. Use your elbow, play with it a little bit, and feel the nice stretch in your intercostal muscles, your side body. Let's come back up to the midline. Slowly send both arms back up. Kind of a reset here, right? And then let the other arm come down to the ground. The extended arm reaches high. The extended arm crosses the midline of your body. Your foundational arm, it's moving a little bit. That elbow is moving to allow you to deepen your stretch. Chin away from the chest, top shoulder back. Let's go back up to center. Let's flow through this a few times to your pace. Bring that first arm down again, cross the midline of your body. Reach and stretch. Your pace. Then eventually send both arms up. Take it to the other side. just get into a little bit of a flow here. What works for you? How does it feel? Do you like having the eyes closed? You know, if balance is an issue or you just don't like having your eyes closed, don't do it, right? You do what's best for you. One thing about having the eyes closed, though, keep flowing side to side. When the eyes are closed, you're just really focusing inward. And that's good. All right, let's come back up to center. Bring your hands to prayer center. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. And exhale, let it go. Ooh, your hips are really getting into this. Are you even aware of them anymore? Maybe coming into it, it was a little awkward. Now, not even thinking about it. With your eyes closed, think of your mantra for today. I am strong. I am content. I can do this. Whatever little positive, affirming statement you need today, what's best for you today, say it. All right, you've got that locked in. Remember it because you're going to say it again over and over in your head. Unwind your legs. I don't know how you're seated. However you are, bring your legs to an opposite way. All right, so if your legs are long, maybe bring them into Thunderbolt. If you want to come out of Thunderbolt, send your legs long. I had my right leg on top, so now I'm going to bring it down. And I'm going to bring my left leg on to the top. You could also bring the bottom foot up and place it on the opposite knee. It's up to you. However your hip mobility works, make it work for you. All right, start with the hands on the knees, lengthen up, and soften up. Maybe you notice, maybe you're comparing right now coming into this left hip as opposed to when you finished on the right hip. It's a lot tighter. But just give it time. Soften up. That's what our yoga does. It creates space for us and it gives us time to settle in and be in the present moment. Come back to your breathing. And when you're ready, arms lift up, that extended mountain arm reach. As you exhale, soften in the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen more through your fingers. Exhale, soften in your shoulders. Breathe. Arms float down. They kind of kickstand behind you. Chin goes up, chest goes up. Exhale the air out of your lungs. Sweep your arms forward and just reach long to the top of your mat as your gaze goes down towards your belly. Inhale, back on up, shoulders over hips. Arms sweep up, fingers reach, energized, fingertips reach. Arms float down, getting into the shoulders here. Press your hands into the earth. Chin lifts, chest lifts. Little baby back bend. Exhale, shoulders over hips. Arms sweep forward and reach long on your mat. Shoulders over hips. One more time. Third time's the charm. Arms lift. Fingers are energized. Put a smile on your face. Sweep your arms down. Little back bend. Exhale, shoulders over hips. Arms sweep forward and they reach long to the front of your mat. Breathe. Slowly come back up. Maybe you like to do that again. It's up to you. If you're into the flow, enjoy it. All right, hands back to your knees. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Soften in your jaws. Don't let your teeth be touching. Breathe. Lift your arms on up to the sky, extended mountain arms. Interlace your fingers. Bend your elbows to the sides of the room. Your hands, bring them to the base of your skull. Drive your elbows to the back of the room and then press your head into your hands. Stay here. Open up. Chest is open. Elbows are going to the back of the room. Deep breaths. And when you're ready, let's send our fingers back up to the sky and let's do those side bends. This time, plant a hand, reach to the side, but remember in a warm-up we sometimes say, oh, let's act like we're picking apples. Really reach the extended arm really far to the, maybe the top left corner of your mat. And then bring it on back, arms go up, foundational, other arm comes down, and you reach like you're picking apples on the other side. Keep your knees down and continue as shown, right? Reach on up through your extended mountain, kind of a little reset, bringing everything back to the midline. A hand comes down, reach and pick your apples. Chin is still away from your chest and your top shoulder is back as best you can. Keep at it. One side, then the other. Reach like you're on a stepladder and the apple's just a little out of reach. Something you really shouldn't do, but make it work. In your yoga, it's okay. Imagine the impossible and good things will happen. Breathe, stretch, reach. Keep your back cheeks down. I'm gonna do it one more time to even out. Come back to prayer center. Arms high and lifted in your extended mountain. Hands come down at the midline of your body and your thumbs press slightly into your chest at prayer center. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Come back to your mantra. I am strong, I am capable, I am able. Whatever it is, it's positive and affirming to you. Only you know it. So don't be timid about what you think. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Hands down to your knees. Now your hips. How's the left hip feeling now? All right, let's come out of this and let's take a wide-legged child's pose with those prayer hands again. Gratitude, kind of what we've been talking about a lot this month. So you can come into it slowly because you want to come out of that with your knees. In fact, in your neutral tabletop, lift your feet up, circle your ankles, maybe tap them out on your feet, on your mat. Send your knees wide here, hips back to your heels. You can introduce a block underneath your chest if you like that, or no block at all. You can bring your head down to your mat. Bend your elbows, bring your palms together to touch. And if that doesn't feel good, don't do it. Just keep your arms down and be comfortable here. If you're on your elbows and your palms are touching, bring your hands, behind your skull and hold on here. You can feel a nice stretch in the backs of your arms, up in your triceps. Soften here in your jaws. Tailbone to the back of your room. Have a moment of gratitude here. Appreciate your body. Big breaths in, feel the breath at the back of your lungs, and big breath out. Maybe the lips are closed now, and you're breathing in and out of your nose only as you focus on the sound of that breath in the back of your throat. Let's release our hands. Press on up to that neutral tabletop position. And you can come back to your child's pose anytime you want. In your neutral tabletop, wrists are under your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Press your hands and the tops of your feet into your mat and create a flat back. Think of the crown of your head and your tailbone pulling in opposite directions. Hold here in your neutral tabletop position. Let's do cat-cow, a pose we do often because it's so good for the spine. Tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under, arch your back up to the sky while pressing the tops of your feet into your mat. That enhances the pose. And press your hands in nice and hard into the mat too. Inhale, take a cow pose, crown of your head and tailbone lift. Do cat-cow several times to your pace of breath. And If we're ever in a pose that's not painful, come out of it. But if we're ever in a pose that is really speaking to you, stay in it. Stay in that pose and maybe, skip a pose or two that we're doing and then join up whenever you're ready. But you got to listen to your body. That's the big thing. Cat cow. Wake up your spine. Take it slowly. So in your shoulders, really think about pushing the ground away on cat and then plugging your shoulders back in on cow. Finish in your cat-cow as you come back to a neutral tabletop. Extend your right leg long. Push the ball of the right foot into the mat. Push it in good and hard, pressing your hands into the mat, pushing hard into the mat. Breathe. Lift the right leg up, cross the leg over the midline of the body. Look back over your left shoulder and look back to your foot, or maybe to your knee, or maybe to your bottom. Nice big lateral stretch on the right side here. When you're ready, lift the right leg up, sweep it around and bring it to about hip height on the right side. Plant the foot, lift the right arm up to the sky and look up. Really try to look up. Take that twist. Your foundational left arm is here, keeping you strong. Try to look up to the hand. Turn your head a little bit more. Finish. Right hand comes down. Right knee goes back to meet the left. Left leg extends, ball of the foot on the mat. Push hard into the mat and get that nice stretch in the back of your left leg. As you're ready, cross the leg over the midline of the body, hug high in the upper inner thighs. Look over your right shoulder this time and look back to your foot, to your knee, or to your bottom. Sweep that extended left leg around to the left side of your room. Plant the foot. Lift your left arm up, up, up to the sky and really try to look up. Try to look up to the sky. Left hand plants. Left knee meets right knee on your mat. Let's do a cycle of cat-cow just to even out. Chin to your chest. Inhale, cow. Chin lifts, crown of the head lifts, and tailbone lifts too. All right, a little bit of balancing here. Send your right leg long. Knee is at about hip height, so your leg is nice and long and straight. Right hip is dialed down, so your hips are equal distant to the mat. Bird dog pose. Add in your left hand if you like. Reach through the left fingertips. Add in your block to the top of your mat if you want for balance there. Or no block at all, reach through your fingers, stretch through your leg, find length here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Push into the earth, you've got it, you're strong. Then release, left hand down, right knee down. Repeat on the other side, lift the left leg up, extend it long. Toes are drawn toward your shin, right foot is pressed into the mat. Add in the right arm. Lengthen through the right arm. Block can be there if you want. Try to get longer. Try to get stronger. Try to find length in your spine. Drive through your heel, drive through your fingertips. Push the earth away. Take a breath. Big breath. Big breath in. Big breath out. You're pushing the earth away. You're balanced. You're strong. Finish. Hand comes down, knee comes down. That's your bird dog pose. Let's take it to a broken wing as we get back into the shoulders. Come on down to your belly. Tee out your left arm. Send the left arm long onto your mat. Right arm is bent with your fingers underneath your right shoulder. You're on your left cheek. Roll onto your left hip and breathe. Push your right hand a little more into the ground and feel what you feel. This is your broken wing pose. Adjust your arm so it's comfortable for you. Breathe. Soften in your jaws. We tend to hold tension there. This is a tense pose, isn't it? You might be familiar with this on a wall, too. You could stand up against a wall, press your shoulder into the wall, and as if this mat were the wall. Very similar pose. don't want to get down on the ground, you can do it that way. All right, let's finish. Roll onto your belly. Extend your right arm long. Bend your left arm and roll onto your right hip. You're on your right cheek too. Left hand, push into the earth. Right arm is extended, or maybe you got a little bend in it, or whatever works. You want to feel a good sensation in your right shoulder. Soften. Biggest thing is don't worry about it. Don't stress over it. You do what gives you the good feeling in your body. You've got to do what's best for you. Finish up. Roll back onto your belly. Take your hands, place them underneath your shoulders, and press on up. This is a seal pose. So soften in your bottom. Think of your hips going wide to the side. Breathe. And let's come out of it. Grab a quick little drink, and let's do a strengthening pose that we do all the time. It's a plank. We're going to do a 1-minute plank. Going to set a timer. How do your shoulders feel now? All right, so have a drink. Before you do your plank, let's give ourselves a big hug. Tee out your arms. Cross the arms over the midline of the body. Reach your fingers toward your spine. Soften in the shoulders and just feel broadening in your chest. Open up your arms again. Remember what arm was on top. Then bring the other arm on top. Cross the elbows. Fingers reach toward the spine. Soften in the shoulders. Expand through the shoulders. Nice big hug. Always good, right? Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do our plank. Okay, remember, we've been doing also, if you're new to planking, you could stand up against a wall and push the wall away. Another option would be to lie on your back, take your blocks in your hands, and push them up to the sky as if you're doing a totally flipped over plank. Try it. You might like it. I'm going to do a more challenging plank today. That's what I'm feeling. All right, so here are some other options you could do. Remember, the knees spread wide. You could slip down to your forearms, have your elbows under your shoulders, and hold here. Hinge your weight a little more forward to challenge yourself. You could also have your arms nice and straight and hinging the weight forward, placing the weight more into your arms. Feel that. Bend the elbows a little bit. Feel it. Hold there for that variation of plank. You could send your legs long while on the forearms. That's a dolphin plank. That's a fine one too. I'm going to take a high plank and I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to set a 1-minute timer. And this just allows you to time yourself to measure your progress if you would like. You come out of it anytime you want. For a high plank, come with the legs long, shoulders over wrists, push the earth away, and let's set a 1-minute timer. Here we go. All right, for the timer, you can look at the screen, you can measure yourself, do what you like. So in this high plank that I'm going to do today, I'm going to lift one leg up and hold it up. So I've got just 3 points of contact on the ground. Okay, so you're about 20 seconds into your plank now. Way to go. Take breaks whenever you need them. Hold the leg up if you want. I'm going to bring that foot down. Just regroup a little bit here, pushing the earth away. We are about halfway there. Going to lift the other leg and hold it up for about the same amount of time. You decide what is right for you. You don't have to do it. You can take breaks when you want. You do what you like. I thought she was going to come under my belly here. All right, plant both feet. I'm going to press into the earth. Got 15 seconds to go. You can do it. You can do anything for 7, 5, 3 seconds, 1 second. You're done. Come on down to your knees. What kind of plank did you do? What kind of plank do you like? Shake it up. Do different types. But planking helps build strength. You know that. Read about planks. It's phenomenal. What it does, everything in your body is engaged. So good for you. All right, come on down. Roll onto your back. Grab your strap and have it nearby. Maybe another drink too. All right, so we're going to do dead bug, and we're going to do a little bit of brain yoga. Come all the way down to your back. Send your legs up to the sky. Whew. Send your arms up to the sky too. So you look like the letter U. All right, we're going to do opposite limb touchdowns. So you're reaching through your fingers, reaching through your feet. I'm going to start with the right leg coming down toward the earth, then the left arm coming down to the earth. Try to have the hand and the leg touch the earth at the same time, and then back on up. to the starting position. Lower the left leg and the right arm. Touch down. Come on back up. Same thing, repeat. Try to get the hand and the leg to touch at the same time. Lift and lower. I think it's enough of a challenge to think opposite arm to opposite leg. But try to get them to touch down at the same time as well. So you're working your core, you're working your brain, kind of like those little cross-body movements we did with that apple picking. Same kind of thing here. Well, not cross-body, it's using opposite limbs. And that can be a challenge. Breathe. How are you doing with it? All right, let's do maybe one more set. And then we'll finish by coming into a stick pose. Lower all 4 limbs at the same time, all the way down. Stick pose. You look like a big number 1. Palms are touching, fingers are reaching to the top of your mat, toes are pointing to the bottom of your mat. You look like a big number 1. Breathe. Find your strap, and let's use it for today's variation of your boat pose. All right, so what you want to do with your strap, and if you don't have it, that's fine too. You got lots of substitute options, or nothing at all, that's fine. Do your boat the way you like. I'm going to send my legs high to the sky with the strap. I'm going to pull on the strap, bringing my toes almost overhead. Elbows are hugged in, little bend in the knees feels right. And then when you're ready, those long legs, let your heels reach toward the earth. Slowly let the shoulders peel on up and roll on up using your strap. Take it with control. And then really lift out of the chest. Send your shoulders back. Back is flat. And you're kind of balancing like you're in a recliner. Heels are driving to the front of the room. Hold it here. This is a variation of your boat pose. We do it other days. Some days are harder, some days are easier. I'll just say some days are different. Let's put it that way. You just make it work for you. How is this boat pose with the strap working for you today? Maybe play with it a little bit. Keep your shoulders back and then lower your heels a little bit and then bring them on back up. Lower a little bit or a lot and bring them on back up. Be grateful for that strap, right? Breathe. All right, let's bring the heels down. Hold on to the strap. Walk your hands down both straps. Just take a little forward fold. Look to your knees. Breathe in, breathe out. Then let it go. Remove your strap. Don't let it go too far. We're going to come back to it in a little bit. And come into pentacle pose. So fully recline. Arms are teed out wide. Not teed out. Arms are brought into a Y shape. Legs are brought into a Y shape too. So all 4 limbs are reaching to all 4 corners of the room. Breathe in, breathe out. This is your pentacle pose. Reset and breathe. Legs back to the midline of your body. Press on up or float on up. Lift on up and come to seated. Legs long, toes up toward the sky. Crisscross the ankles. Arms lift, arms reach to the front of your room. Reach, gaze down towards your knees, capture your ankles, your calves, elbows hugged in, forward fold. Come on back up, shoulders go, our arms go up, crisscross the ankles in the other direction, reach forward. Hug the calves in, elbows too, head to the knee. Inhale, arms sweep up. Legs uncross, toes up to the sky. Exhale, reach forward, hollow out your belly, reach your fingers even farther. Reach down, capture your feet, your calves, your ankles, whatever you can reach. Elbows hugged in, head comes closer to your knee. Inhale, shoulders up, find a block or two. Spread your legs wide. Hinge forward. Hands, forearms to the blocks at whatever height speaks to you. Maybe you don't hinge too far forward at all. It's all good. Breathe in, breathe out. Move your blocks to what height feels right for you. Just feel supported. Slowly come on up, shoulders over your hips. Nice job. In this seated position, back to the hips before we get into the standing pose that I mentioned. All right, so what you want to do is bend your left knee, bring your left heel to your right hip crease. The other foot that's on top, the right leg, bend it. Let the 5 toes on that foot shine forward. Hug your knee in, lengthen up through the crown of your head. How does this feel in your right glutes? You can hold right here, or you can take a twist. Take your right hand behind your low back, kickstand it into the earth, and twist to the right. You're holding onto your knee, or maybe you open up the arm, pressing the outside of the forearm into the outside of the right thigh. Fingers open wide. You can twist and look over your right shoulder, or keep your eyes closed. Back to the midline, take a little bit of a counter twist in the other direction, then switch out your legs. So I'm going to now bend my right leg, bring the right heel to my left hip crease, top leg, I'm going to cross it. I'm going to have those 5 toes pointing forward. Can hug my knee in and lengthen up, and then soften in the shoulders. Lengthen up and soften. Maybe take the left hand, maybe kickstand it behind your back, open up through the shoulders, and then maybe look to the left. The opposite arm, the right arm, can be holding onto the knee, or arm can be open, palm open, and twist. You'll find that you can take it farther on the exhales. You can deepen your twist on the exhales. So try to hollow out the belly and twist. And I'll say hello to Betty. How are you? Stan, Liz, Lynn, Tammy, Esther, Margarita, Kelly, Barbara. I am glad that you are here. All right, how's your twist doing? Let's come out of it. Little gentle counter twist in the opposite direction. All right, we are done with that twist. Now you can have a choice here. You always have a choice. You can come into pentacle. Remember, that's all 4 limbs spread on the ground, really nice and wide, like a big capital letter X. You can go back to your child's pose, or I'm going to do 2 standing poses, and you can even modify these for on the ground. So if you want to do them standing, let's come on up to standing now. We're going to do You Will Look Taller. You know this one. It's harder on the wall. If you want to step to the wall and your bottom against the wall and come into the pose that way, it's harder on the wall. If you're on the ground, you can do the same thing. If you're standing, here's how we're going to do it. Legs together, arms go up into a big letter Y. You can see how you could do this fully reclined as well. Press the backs of your hands to the back of the room. Breathe here, hold here. You will look taller, the first letter of each word. You. Now let's bend the elbows. Bring the elbows down. If you're on the ground, press the backs of your hands into your mat. If you're on the wall, press the backs of your hands into the wall. Breathe. Your body looks like the letter W now in the arms for the word will. So you're squeezing in the upper back. Let's bring our arms into a forward and backward L shape by hugging the elbows in. Pressing the backs of the hands as best you can into the wall, the mat, or just into the air, thinking you're sending the hands really far back there. You will look, one giant T. T for taller. T out your arms, pulse your hands to the back of the room, or press them into the resistance of the wall or the mat. You will look taller. Nice job. Let's do it again a little more quickly. You will look. T for taller. Nice job. One more time. You will look. T for taller. Pulse. And then finish. Let your hands float down by your sides. And you'll feel this if you're in the standing position. You won't so much feel it in the reclined, but that's okay. You still get the benefits. As you're standing here, you'll feel taller. Maybe close your eyes. That's a good balancing pose too. Feet firmly planted, maybe a chair nearby, but you are balancing here with the eyes closed. Shoulders are back and down. In fact, let's shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Send the shoulders more to the back of the room, and then let the shoulders come down. Let's do it again. Shrug up, go back, and down. Good. strong, solid posture. Your head is over your shoulders. Breathe. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. All right, let's do tree pose, Vrikasana, a big balancing pose, very common in so many yoga practices. If you're reclined, you can do it too. All you're going to do is have your legs together, bend into the right knee, open the knee up to the side of the room. Bring the sole of the foot to the inside of the opposite extended leg. Hands to prayer center, totally fine place to be. You can have a chair if you're standing for a little added balance. That's good. It's all good. You can bring the foot up higher if you like. Press the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot, but don't push the foot into the knee. That's not a good place for it to be. All right, you can grow your branches. You know this. Grow your branches. Look up and focus where the ceiling and the wall meet in your room. Sway your branches a little bit from side to side. You're getting into the shoulders even here. Breathe, and you're finding your balance. Breathe. Finish up, hands back to a prayer center position. Guide the knee to the front of the room and then plant the right foot down. Let's do the other side. Left knee bends. Open it up to the side. Breathe in, breathe out. Find your balance, your balance. Maybe lift the foot a little higher or higher still. And you know, if you're comfortable where you are, maybe it's time to kick it up a notch and take it to another layer. Only you know. Maybe today, standing on both feet with the chair is right where you need to be. It's all good. And maybe you decide to raise one hand as you grow a branch or your branches and sway them. Great pose to do when you're brushing your teeth. Use that time, that standing time, to find your balance. A few days ago, we did this pose, similar pose, and we purposely lost our balance to, push your limit, right? Breathe. Finish up, hands back to prayer center, guide the knee to the front of the room. It's time to plant that foot as well. All right, so we're gonna do a lunge next. If you wanna join us for the lunge, you can make your way there, either from the ground or from the standing position. What I'm gonna do is take a big step out with my right foot, and I'm gonna come down onto my left knee. I'm gonna bring the top of my left foot onto the mat, and I'm gonna have my right knee over my right ankle. We do this pose often. Bring your 2 blocks by your sides, send your left leg good and long. So really feel it in your left front hip. Come on up, bringing your shoulders over your hips if that feels good, or you stay with your hands on the blocks if that's better. Arms lift here. Take the baby back bend if you like, all about the layers. Hold the baby back bend here and breathe. Hands to prayer center as your shoulders come over your hips. Take a few breaths here. Maybe your hands are back down on the blocks. It's all good. It's all about the hip right now. And then let's switch it out. Knee meets knee. Left foot comes forward. Knee over ankle. Press into your blocks to send the right leg long. That's where the magic happens. Maybe you press on up, shoulders over your hips a little bit more. Maybe you've got a towel under your right knee. So many maybes. Arms can lift. Baby back bend and hold it. Don't hold your breath though. Breathe through it. You've got it. Maybe your hands are still on your blocks. It's all good. Just a little bit of change here and there is good for the soul, right? Hands back to prayer center. The mantra. I hope you're telling yourself that throughout your practice. I am strong, I am capable, I am able, I got this. Hands back down to your blocks. Just kind of feel that hip for a moment. And when you're ready, knee meets knee, and let's go on to our backs. Bring your 2 blocks, have them, at about shoulder location. As we come onto our backs and do a brief bridge, and then we're going to really get into the shoulders with our fish pose. So soles of the feet on your mat, hands to prayer center, mantra time. Lengthen up, exhale, slowly recline. As you come on down, bring your heels up closer to your bottom, arms down by your sides. Press the weight into your feet and send your hips on up. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. Hips are lifted. Woo. Even take your hands. Push your bottom up to the sky. It helps. You're not pushing much. You're just the presence of your hands there makes your bottom go up higher. Place your hands down by your sides. Maybe interlace your fingers and send your pinkies into the mat. Stay lifted here. Stay strong here. Push the weight into your feet. You're strong. Your bridge is high and lifted. Breathe. Release your hands. If you interlace them behind your back, roll your spine down one vertebra at a time. Come on up to seated. Find your 2 yoga blocks. Find your eye shade and your towel. Eye shade and towel, bring them up by your shoulders and take your blocks. Fish pose, a supported fish pose. All right, with your blocks, you can place your blocks at their stable height. The one block horizontally at the top of your mat. The second block vertically about 6 or 8 inches away from that first block. That's for your neck because your head's going to rest on the top block and your shoulders are going to be between, this block is going to be between your shoulders. All right, so you can have it there or you can bring the height up or you can have differing heights. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to scoop my bottom up closer to this vertical block. Then I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to move this vertical block so I can put the block right between my shoulders, not low on my back, between my shoulders. Not real high, so my neck is supported by this block, but right between the shoulders. So come on down. Recline here, adjust the block so it's, I use the word comfortable carefully. Adjust it. Now your bottom should be on your mat. If your bottom is up and lifted, don't do that. Bring it on down and rest. So get that first block between your shoulders, and then the other block, let your head rest on it. Now you can bring the block that's on your head, that your head is resting on, you can bring it a little lower if you like. Tweak it. It's going to take a few movements of the blocks to get it just right. What you want to feel is your chest nice and open. You'll feel it when you get the blocks right. Arms down by your sides, palms face up. Now your legs we'll address in a second. What you want to feel is just really strengthening and opening through the chest. And if the block doesn't feel good at the height you have it, put it at another height. Just take a moment. Get up off the blocks, adjust it, and then get back into it. And as I said, the head block, you can have it at a higher height. You can have it at a lower height or no block at all. You decide what feels best for your neck today. And everybody's different. Every day is different. Let it be. All right, let's address your feet for a second. You can keep your legs long. You can bend your knees, have the soles of your feet on your mat. That kind of eases some tension in your low back. You can open up your knees to the side of the room and bring the soles of your feet together to touch if you like that. So any of those combinations in the low body, whatever feels good. But the main thing we're going for is this opening of the chest. Arms are down by your sides. Have your palms face up if you can. It's externally rotating your shoulders even more. And play with it a little bit. If you put your palms down, you can feel how your shoulders, are rotated in or rotated out. Most of us have our shoulders rotated in most of the time because we're texting, whatever. Rotate them externally. It's simple. Flip your palms face up. And if you like, maybe snow angel your arms, tee them out, whatever feels nice and pleasantly distracting in your pose. All right, we're going to stay here for a few minutes, and then we're going to go into final Shavasana. So you understand the importance of getting comfortable here, right? Because we're going to stay here. Breathe. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Breathe deeply. And just imagine, I said earlier, you feel like your chest is really open. Just think about, you've created space. You're not compressed in your trunk. Think of all the organs in your body that have to function. And if they're compressed, when they're squeezed, it's harder to work. When they're open, it feels like everything just works better. Breathe in, breathe out. Your shoulders are away from your ears, and they are back toward the bottom toward your mat. Your neck is long. Your breath is deep. Your lungs appreciate this. Breathe in, breathe out. So it's up to you here. If you've taken this time and you've gotten really comfortable in your fish, you may want to stay through our final Shavasana pose. So you can stay in fish, or in about another minute or so, you can make your way to final Shavasana, and I'll do that. So let's just enjoy this for a little bit longer. Let all the tension in your shoulders go. Don't hold on. What are you holding on to your shoulders for? Let them go. No tension there. No tension between the eyebrows. No tension in the hips. Create some space between your teeth. Let's take another deep cycle of breath here if you're going to choose to go into final Shavasana. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Stay right here if this pose is speaking to you now. I'm going to come off of it and go into the final Shavasana pose. So I'm going to start by peeling back the layers. I'm going to bring my knees together, send my legs long. And I'm not going to sit up off of this pose. I'm just going to roll off of the blocks. You're not going to fall. There's nowhere to fall. It's not that bad. Roll off of your blocks. Scoot the blocks aside and find your eye shade. And if you're in fish pose and you're going to stay there, same thing. Find your eye shade. Cover your eyes, block out the world, and enjoy a few moments of solitude. Final Shavasana, legs would go long, heels toward the bottoms of your mat. Externally rotate your hips a little bit, sending your pinkies toward the mat. Arms down by your sides, palms face up. Move your arms so they're comfortable. Wiggle your shoulders a little more underneath your back. Close your eyes. Imagine your body as very heavy. And let everything go. It may help you to squeeze your hands into a fist and squeeze your toes towards your sole of the foot. Hold here, squeeze tightly. Feel all the tension that goes up your arms, into your neck, up your legs, into your hips. Hold tightly. Even your core is holding tight. And then release. That's what release should feel like. Maybe do it a couple more times or not. And breathe. breath in, deep breath out. Stay here longer if you like. If you've got your remote control handy, push pause on the video and just continue to enjoy your final Shavasana. When you're ready, if you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. If you're in fish pose, send your legs long so you can wiggle your toes. Circle the wrists, circle the ankles, and this is my favorite part. Reach high overhead, point your toes, stretch like it's your first good morning stretch. And if you are in your fish pose, what an extra treat. Oh my gosh, reach those arms, let the shoulders relax. Oh, breathe, elbows back towards your mat. And as you're ready, bend your knees and your elbows, roll off of your blocks if you're in fish, and then just roll onto one side or the other from your final Shavasana pose. Come into a fetal position. Your arm becomes a pillow for your head. Your knees are bent. Eyes are closed. Breathe softly here. As you're ready, slowly press on up with your hands or without your hands. Just be aware of what you're doing. Come on up to a seated position. However you want to sit. Maybe you keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands to prayer center. Come back to what you told yourself in this practice. I am strong. I am capable. I am able. Press your thumbs into your chest. Lengthen up in your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Plain and simple. Gently blink your eyes open. You did it. 1 hour long yoga practice. All right, how do you feel? We took a stress number in the beginning. What was it? And what is it now? It's a great way to start your day. Start off on your mat. Now your shoulders. We did a lot with those. We did a lot with the hips too, really. But move your shoulders around. How do they feel? Maybe stretch your arms on up. Remember how we started in those Tadasana arms? Reach your arms up. Spread your fingers wide. How do your shoulders feel? All right, palms together to touch. In gratitude, bring your hands to prayer center. Do what's best for you today. It's your life. Choose wisely. The light in me sees, honors, and respects the light in each and every one of you. Have a great day. See you on your mats tomorrow. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Love you. Good girl. You're a good girl. You're a yoga dog. Have fun today. Bye. This week, let's choose to choose gratitude. Feel gratitude for the small things, because the small things aren't really the small things. The small things are really the big things. And you know that, right? You know that too, don't you? Choose gratitude in all that you do. Thank you for being here and doing yoga with me and allowing me to do the yoga with you. All right, so here's the deal. Tell your friends about our yoga. You know, they'd be grateful for it too. Your yoga is doing so many wonderful things for your body. Share that with them. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody, and dogs too. And you're doing it from the privacy of your own home, as you know, and it makes it a lot of fun. We are live every day, as is obvious with Piper here. We are live every single day, and we would like you to be with us as well. Our yoga is free, like I said, for anybody and everybody. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's at www.316yoga.com. Have a great rest of your day. Find joy in all the little things, and be patient. All right, see you on your mats tomorrow. Love you guys.